Okay, welcome everybody to the May Technical Committee meeting. The BRTB. Please turn on your cameras during the roll call and also for the voting items. This meeting is being recorded. If anyone should experience difficulties during the meeting, please send a message in the chat box. So at this time, we'll ask Ms. Rebecca Devil to start the roll call and determine member participation. Rebecca?
Good morning, everyone. Annapolis,
Present.
thank you. Anne Arundel County. Baltimore City,
Present.
thank you. Baltimore County. Carroll County. Harford County,
Harford County's here. Good morning.
good morning. Howard County. Queen Anne's County,
Present.
thank you. MDOT.
Here.
MDE,
Here.
MDP.
Present.
Oh, thank you. MDOT MTA,
Albert's here.
thank you. MDOT SHA,
Present.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Rebecca. All right, so first item on the agenda today is approval of the April Technical Committee minutes. And if everybody had a chance to review the minutes, can I have a motion and a second to approve?
Queen Anne's County will make a motion to approve minutes.
Harford
Okay,
County
Steve.
seconds. Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
Didn't mean to cut you
That's
off
all right.
there.
Steve Cahoon, motions to approve, and Sam Carlton, Hartford County, seconds. I guess we're gonna go down the list of names. Rebecca?
Annapolis,
Aye.
Anne Arundel County,
Aye.
Baltimore City,
Aye.
Baltimore County, Carroll County, Harford County,
Aye.
Howard County, Queen Anne's County,
Aye.
and MDOT.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Okay, item number 2, our one and only resolution for today is approval of, for 4 projects for MTA. This is resolution 2529. And the request is, for, the bus and paratransit vehicle overhaul replacement project. Amendment for the zero emission infrastructure and rolling stock project, Mark Facilities, and finally Francis Scott Key Bridge transit incentives. And Demazia Falcon will introduce the resolution and turn it over to Jamie, I believe. Or maybe we're there.
Yeah. Like Dan said, there's one resolution before the technical committee actually representing 5 amendments. 5 amendments. There was a later addition. 4 of these amendments increase the funds to existing projects, and 1 introduces a new project. And again, they all come from the MTA, who will now present.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We're here to present the amendments. Next slide. So just a reminder, when we obligate a grant, we put the funds in the year of application. And so we're taking these tip actions to obligate a number of grants. Next slide. So first, bus and paratransit vehicle overhaul and replacement. This is just our funding and projects to replace bus and paratransit vehicles. So we're obligating CMAQ funds with a pre-award authority. This replaces buses and paratransit vehicles to support our fleet capacity and also replaces aging equipment. So with this amendment, it obligates around $44 million of CMAQ funds, and then there's a $7.5 million in-state match. And this is ongoing as we purchase bus and paratransit vehicles every year. Next slide. The next amendment is about our zero emission infrastructure and rolling stock. So this is a purchase of battery electric buses and related infrastructure. This project reduces greenhouse gas emissions with the battery electric buses and grows the economy with this new technology. So with this amendment, we're obligating $393,000 in CMAQ funding. There's around $18 million in carbon reduction funds, and then $3.3 million in state funding for the match. And again, this is an ongoing effort of purchasing the buses and the related infrastructure to support those buses. Next slide. Urban transit systems, operating assistance. So some of the amendments that we do for the lots. So this funding assists transit operations in Harford County. And this amendment adds $4.6 million in 5307 funding and $4.6 million in local match in FY25 for Harford County. And this covers their calendar year 2024 and 2025 operating assistance. Next slide. Amendments to the MARC facilities project. So this includes improvement and equipment for MARC maintenance facilities and improvements to MARC stations. And this request just updates the project description and justification on the tip page. So this amendment adds $28 million in 5337 funding and $7 million in state match. And this page covers various projects which are ongoing. Next slide. Last amendment. So Francis Scott Key Bridge transit incentives. So this covers a pilot program to support transit incentives for businesses and residents impacted by the Key Bridge collapse. So this program will offer short-term cost-sharing incentives to employers who would participate in this pilot transit pass subsidization. So this amendment is obligating, I think I might have had an error on the apportionment, and I think it's supposed to be $1 million in CMAQ funds and $250K in state match for a total of $1 million. So let me double check on that and make sure the right info is with BMC and BRTB. But we're obligating this funding in FY25. And I think that's my last amendment and last slide.
Yeah, Jamie, I can confirm that is correct, 1 million.
Okay, great. Thank
Yep.
you.
You're welcome. Okay. So we're going to begin with a member asking, we're going to ask a member to move for approval of resolution 2529, and then a second.
Annapolis moves.
Okay, Kwaku from Annapolis moves,
Harford County seconds.
and Sam from Harford County second that. Does any member have any questions or comments on the resolution?
I do, Dan.
Okay.
Hi, Jamie. Out of curiosity, the employer incentive program, where could somebody learn more about what businesses are eligible for that? Is there I don't know if this is in addition to an existing program or if it's a new program, and do you know where, or could you follow up? If you don't have it, that's fine, where businesses that want to participate could learn more?
Yeah, I can follow up. It's a new program for the area, but I think it's related to some of the commuter connection programs that already exist kind of out of MDOT and in connection with
Okay.
throughout the state, but I'll follow up to get more info and pass it your way, or maybe for the whole group.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And I can help you out too, Sam. I know we're about to announce, and I guess I can say it here. We haven't announced it officially yet, but there's a new van pool, carpool program. These transit incentives for the Francis Scott Key workaround, we're calling it, and some other incentives that will be announced pretty soon. And between Jamie and myself, we can get the information out to all the technical committee members.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, we have any other questions or comments on the resolution? All right, Regina, is there anybody in the chat box has any questions?
No, there are none at this time.
Okay, so we'll now vote on sending resolution 2529 to the BRTB. When your name is read, please indicate aye or nay. Rebecca, can you please read down the list of members?
Annapolis,
Aye.
Anne Arundel County,
Aye.
Baltimore City,
Aye.
Baltimore County,
Aye.
and we have received a vote via email for Howard County. I just wanted to mention that. Queen Anne's County,
Aye.
And Hartford County.
Aye.
sorry about that. And
All right.
MDOT,
Aye.
thank you.
All right. The resolution is passed. So we up to item number 3. It's going to be a fairly quick meeting today, but we want to let you know that I'm a term limited chair, so we're going to appoint a nominating committee to recommend a slate of officers at the June meeting. So I'm asking our reps from Anne Arundel and Queen Anne's County if they'll serve with me on the nominating committee. Do you guys agree?
Sure, I can do that.
Happy to. Yep.
Sounds like both. We got Steve and Brian going to serve. Appreciate that. So we'll be reaching out to someone that is going to be nominated to be the chair. We have a few folks in mind. You may already know who you are. So we appreciate your cooperation. With that, we'll move on to item number 4 for Unified Planning Work Program updates. Ms. Harris will share the date of the upcoming public comment period for the TIP and for phase 2 of the PRG Cherry Hill segment, and a discussion of UPWP tasks.
Okay, good morning again, folks. We just wanted the technical committee members to be aware that we are still working on the mobile modeling for the conformity determination of the TIP and plan. The meeting was moved from tomorrow to next week to give us time to work on that. And we're hoping it all comes together. And the following day, May 15th, we plan to start the 30-day comment period. So that would run May 15 through June 15. And we will confirm when we get to that point, we will confirm with the members. And if we have any social media materials to share with you, we will do it at that time. And we're also excited to announce that we closed phase 1 of the PRG Cherry Hill project. That's being led on our side by Keith Kacharik and Mariam Sultan. And the phase 2 section will begin also on May 15th. So a busy spring for us. And that really impacts a small area, but it is part of this regional greenway network. So moving on then, in terms of a discussion of UPWP tasks, our staff wanted to thank, in particular, Sam Call, David Cookson, and Stu Sirota. We tagged them as a work group to help staff think about a possible name for the upcoming long-range transportation plan. And Zach and Monica did some initial brainstorming, came up with a page and a half of ideas, which likely overwhelmed our work group, but they were troopers. They've gotten together with us, gave us some feedback, which was really insightful. We wanted local jurisdiction feedback to make sure that what we talked about for the plan resonated with our members. We decided not to use a tagline. It doesn't usually get used too much. We wanted it simple. So we've narrowed it down, and this morning we're going to announce that we are, drumroll, thinking about the name Region Forward. So think about that tonight, tomorrow. If anybody says, oh, wait, I know, the Ravens have something called Region Forward. If you have any issues with that, let me know this week. Otherwise, we're going to work with our communications team to have an on-call consultant develop some branding, what it would look like, the name, and the templates for PowerPoints and documents and things like that. So Region Forward, that's what we're going to use, or at least that's what we're recommending to the committee, and we'd like you to think about it, please. Okay, I don't see a lot of clamoring here. We'll let you think. The second thing, and I will send you a template for this. Our public engagement staff have been working with us, primarily Monica working with Todd and I and the Transportation Corps, and they have developed this new guide to transportation planning that we can make available to community groups and whatnot to help understand the process better. Along with that, we had wanted to have sort of key websites, excuse me, possibly position, names of position, phone numbers for each jurisdiction, and definitely MDOT, SHA, MTA. And for MDP and MDE, you may have information you want to share as well. But what we'd like to do is develop a card for each member jurisdiction and list sort of like a planning office number. Who do you call, like a 311 for potholes? Who do you call about a project? It could be Public Works. It could be an Office of Transportation. So we'd like you to think about what are the points of contact in each of your jurisdictions, and they're different. Baltimore City probably has many more points of contact than Steve does in Queen Anne's County. So we'd like to send you something and ask you to identify information for us. And also think about when you are meeting with community groups or you have a commission meeting, are they ever asking you any other question? Are they asking, you know, where do you go for a permit? Who can help me with energy turnoff? I don't know. If you get typical questions and you think it would be worth putting that piece of information on your card, you're welcome to it. It's whatever we can do to help people get to a resource. So that was to accompany our guide to transportation planning are these key points of contact. And I will send you something today that will ask you to make recommendations on what are the best locations in your jurisdiction. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I believe that's all we have at this time under the agenda item 4.
Thank you, Regina. Any questions for Regina on any of that? Okay, we'll move on to other business, and then we'll be moving to closed session after that. So don't go away. The next technical committee meeting will be virtual on Tuesday, June 3rd, followed by the Congestion Management Committee. Is there any other business to come before the committee? Okay, hearing no other business, I'll ask for a motion and a second to close the business meeting.
So moved by Hartford County.
Okay, Sam moves to close the business meeting.
Baltimore City second.
Okay, Sean from Baltimore City moves a second to close the business meeting. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, thank you.